How you guys doing? Today we are going to talk about how to utilize your backside when throwing from the mound. So when I get engaged into the rubber, I get to my posture. When I get to balance and I start to separate my hands, that left foot starts to move down, that back knee is going to start to bend, okay? So it's hands, left knee, right knee, and as I start to push, you'll see my right knee starts to go this way. I start to activate my glutes. My foot is completely engaged into the ground. My toe is engaged as well as my heel, and I want to stay there as long as possible until that internal rotation starts to happen in my hip, and obviously I will pivot through that toe, okay? But what we want to do is when we get here, boom, boom, I want to start to drive as if I'm driving the turf away from me. If I'm going to roll a rug up, I'm going to make it slide that way. That's what we're looking to do. I tell some of the guys, think about the rubber being like blocks for a track athlete. If it's wet outside, I want to be engaged next to that rubber. That way when I drive from the ground, my foot's not going to slide. That's the other thing you guys got to think about. It's not about pushing from the rubber, it's pushing from the ground. I want to create energy from the ground, then put energy into the ground and block that out to accelerate my hand through the zone. Okay, so one more time. When I come up and I separate my hands, I start to move down the mound, you'll see me engage, and that knee will go as a right-hander towards that third base coach. I don't want that knee collapsing like this right here. Now I don't have control of my head. A lot of people will say, well, will that help me throw harder? Some people will help throw harder. Not everybody. I don't see an increase in velocity for everybody, but what I do see is increased command. Why? Because it's much easier to balance my head when I'm engaged and I can balance in this backside rather than just collapse in this backside and I lose control of my head. All right, so something to work on. Work on just get in front of a mirror, hands move, and just think about how long can it take me before my foot hits the ground, right? How long will it take me? Another drill that we like to use is that we'll just sit right here, we'll reach out here, okay? This, just like this, and we'll try to see how far we can reach and touch our toe without letting all that weight come back on to that left leg, that landing leg, okay? Again, boom, keep the head back, engage, engage, just working on your balance. A couple other things you guys can do is just doing single leg squats, trying to go down, touch a bench to your bottom, okay, and try not to let your knee collapse. A lot of my young players, it's the first thing that you see happen. Work it, work it, work it, control the knee, control the knee, control the knee, touch that bench, come back up. Those are all good things for you guys to work on, but always remember to engage that lower half. We want to engage into the ground, we want to drive from the ground, and we want to move forward, and we want to control that head. The better posture we have as we move down the mound, keeping our head on the right side of our belly button, inside of our right knee as a right-hander, left side of the belly button, inside the left knee for a left-hander, the better off we're going to be able to control our head, control our body, and be able to command the baseball.